Hi everyone, welcome to this week's headlines. As usual, don't forget the Wilkins Parent Info Hub. You can refer back to that anytime to get all your information about the school, and our School Bites calendar where you can see all the events. This week our PBL focus is on the expectations of being safe during wet weather. And while it's not wet this week, it's a good opportunity for the children to have those discussions after the recent wet weeks to make sure they understand what that looks like next time it happens. This week is National Reconciliation Week, and this is a time for all Australians to learn about our shared histories, cultures and achievements, and to explore how each of us can contribute to achieving reconciliation in Australia. The theme this year is now more than ever. And this is a reminder to all of us that no matter what, the fight for justice and the rights of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people will and must continue. There have been many moments in Australia's reconciliation journey that makes us want to turn away. But when things are divisive, the worst thing we can do is disengage or disconnect. Now more than ever, we need to tackle the unfinished business of reconciliation. Reconciliation supporters must call out racism whenever we encounter it, and actively reinforce the voices of our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples across the continent. Now more than ever, the work continues in treaty making, in truth telling, in understanding our history, in education, and in tackling racism. We need connection, we need respect, we need action, and we need change. Now more than ever, we need reconciliation. To find out more about Reconciliation Week, there is a link in the headlines. On Friday of week 4, our Stage 2 students participated in a STEM workshop with Engineers Without Borders from Sydney University. Engineers Without Borders facilitated the day, which was full of activities and presentations from the engineers, and our students learnt about renewable energy. They participated in physics-based mechanical engineering activity where students learn about renewable wind energy in regional Australia, and they work to create the most efficient wind turbine shape to produce the most power. The students engaged well with the workshop and came up with some amazing designs. Yeo Park have their school band festival. This is a free event, and it is held on at Yeo Park on Sunday, the 2nd of June. There is a link in the headlines to more information about that, so get along if you're free on the 2nd of June. National Simultaneous Storytime was held last Wednesday, and over 2 million children around Australia listened to the story Bowerbird Blues by Aura Park. Wilkins students took part in the activity in many different ways. Kindergarten listened to Mrs. Corris reading the story in the library from her new comfy storytelling chair. Year 1 and Year 2 students listened to Year 5 children read it to them in their classroom, and Year 3 to Year 6 children listened to a variety of broadcasts by authors reading live, including Sally Rippon, Aura Parker, as well as having the opportunity to watch it in Auslan. Wilkins Green are calling for parent volunteers to come and help out with our outdoor environmental education classes on Mondays. If you are free on a Monday and would like to get down to the Green, whether you would like to come for 40 minutes or all day, we're happy to have you. This term, Year 3 and Year 4 students are visiting the Green, but any parent is welcome to volunteer. There's more information in the headlines if you are interested. In sporting news, a few things that have been going on. Last Wednesday, just over 40 students represented Wilkins very proudly at the Balmain Zone Cross Country Carnival, and the team did really well. Congratulations to Zalika, who came first by a long way, Alicia, who came second in her race, Nina came fourth, Harrison came sixth, and Alana, who came a very close seventh. We also had a number of other students finishing with places in the top 20. So well done to all of those students, and good luck to those students who have qualified for the Sydney East Regional Carnival at Miranda. Thanks again to Mr. Kinsler and Mr. Payne for giving up their time to accompany these students. Congratulations to Alice Mason on being selected in the zone netball team. Alice will compete at Sydney Olympic Park on June 13 for a place in the Sydney East Regional team. Good luck, Alice. And on Friday, our PWSA weekly sport commences with 60 of our students competing in soccer and netball in a weekly competition against schools across the zone. Good luck to these students for the coming season, and hopefully we'll be hearing about how they have gone each week in the headlines. E-safety is a topic that's always on our minds as educators and for you as parents. Online spaces should be safe for everyone, and if your child sees violent or distressing material, it's really important to check in and talk to them about the content they've seen. We always recommend children use devices in open areas of the home rather than in their bedroom, so you can keep an eye on how they're coping and what they're reading or watching. There are lots of tips and resources in the headlines. There's a flyer from the eSafety Commission, as well as a link to their website that has a huge range of resources on everything you could imagine for eSafety, including webinars for parents. So I encourage you to go and check that out. We have noticed a lot of students who are involved in online games and getting into arguments that then carry over into school. So really encourage parents to check that out. Messages from our P&C, the family movie night is this Sunday. So make sure you get your tickets from the Uniform Shop website. 2 sessions, Kung Fu Panda 4 or Elemental. Our next P&C meeting will be an online meeting. There is already a call for agenda items or fundraising requests that need to be sent through by Friday the 7th of June. Otherwise, they may not be on the agenda for that meeting. The face-to-face catch-up with myself and the senior executive is coming up on the 14th of June. Love for you to pop in on the Friday at 9 o'clock to the library just for a chat. If you've got any questions or any suggestions or just a chat is fine. And Wilkins Fair. We hope that by now you've heard about it. It is locked in for the 8th of September, so make sure you've got that date in your diary. In order for this to be successful, we really need everyone in the community to get behind the event and have as many people as possible signing up to help out. The funds raised in the past have funded library upgrades, air conditioner installations, sound system upgrades, just to name a few. If you're able to help out, please send an email to the Wilkins P&C Fair Day email, which is in the newsletter. You only need to volunteer an hour of your time. If we have a lot of people doing that, that's all that's required. It's not a huge ask. So please contact our Fair Day organisers. And final thing from me, lots of after-school activities happening, including a code camp. Check out the headlines for the information about the code camp, but also remember that in the Parent Info Hub, there's lots of information about all of our out-of-hours activities that you can sign your kids up to. So make sure you check those out. That's it for me. Have a great week.